Hear me, but I'm going to go ahead and try this anyway. What we're going to do today is see if this is picking it up. It is. All right. We'll see if I can catch you guys up on what's going on. So, to be honest, I've been watching a lot of anime and reading. I found a really cool book series called the Divine Dungeon series by Dakota Kraut. Shameless plug. I don't even feel bad. And I did do a couple of things off camera, and I feel absolutely terrible about it because of the fact that you guys deserve better than this. So I went on a mechanism run because I was like, I want to do one little thing, then I want to do another little thing, then I want to do another little thing. So in my off camera, I said I was going to go ahead and do some chickens. Well, not only did I finish all the chickens here, because it was basically putting like one egg in here and then colors or items in. So let's look at chickens really quick. Okay, so for example, a prismarine chicken, you mate a water chicken and an emerald chicken, and you get a prismarine chicken. Now we're going to go ahead and do this one time, so I'm just going to show you on camera how to do this. But as in for chickens, let's see here. A green chicken, as I said before, you can put green dye around it. With a water chicken, it was just blue dye. So it was relatively easy and quick, and the cool crafting mechanic, and it pops over here into the little thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make a prismarine chicken, and then I'm going to explain a little bit about everything else that I did while I was gone, to include the cheat machine. Okay, and it's not really cheaty. It's in the game. I'm going to make another one on camera so you guys will see that I'm not just being mean. So we said we're going to grab a blue chicken, and we're going to grab, I think it was a diamond chicken, an emerald chicken. And I know we have emerald chickens because I made a bunch of them. Emerald chicken, where you at? That's a slime chicken. That's a green chicken. That's a green chicken. That's a gunpowder chicken, lava chicken, redstone chicken, wood chicken. There's an emerald chicken. So you put wheat seeds in here. You put your chicken and your other chicken. We're going to put this chicken back. Okay. Yeah. All right. So once you put your chickens in, you'll see that this is going up relatively quick. In older packs, this actually went a lot slower, and it took forever. We also got a temporal pouch, and you see that I can actually make this go ridiculously fast. And so the first one gave us that. We can get more seeds from our farm over here. I think we got 5 more. Boop, 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 boop. Emerald chicken. It is an emerald chicken and a water chicken, right? Okay. So all we got to do is, well, this is grab some more of this, I guess. So the way the cheat machine works, because I really don't feel like doing that the whole time, you just take whatever you want. You say, I want one of these. And what it's going to do is it's going to eat up EMC, which is, I can't remember what it is, but basically it's from Project E. Okay? EMC is basically, everything has a value. I think stone, or cobblestone is like 1. This is probably like 3 or 4 because you have to do some crafting with it. Some of the higher tier things are going to be like your, what do you call it? Your emeralds. So if you pop an emerald in here, you can see it's just eating that up. If you put something that has a higher EMC value, so for example, one of these is 1,000 or 1,300, 139,264. A stack of this is 16. So if I was to take this and put it in here, it's going to, I guess, eat whatever's in here right now. So it already has a stack of this. So if I put something else in here, it's going to eat that. And then it's going to create it into dark matter. And dark matter is actually a really good thing to have. But once you take it out of here, you really can't do anything with it. So if you take it out, you can't really put it back in. Unless you pick something that has a higher EMC value. So now I have extra dark matter. We'll get into this too. This is the other thing. So now we've got a couple of stacks of seeds. And I think I wasted most of the time on this. So we'll just pop that in. Shamelessly hit this. Like I said, it makes it a lot faster. So the way this works is when I'm sitting around doing whatever I'm doing, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. It sits there and ticks up time. And when I right click, it takes away the time that I've stored into this temporal pouch, and then places it in here. There's the prismarine chicken. So it just popped through. It'll pop out another one in a minute. So what it's going to do is it's going to basically make things happen quicker. Very similar to another item that I created, which is the watch of flowing time. If I turn it on, you can hear everything's going much faster. And then they're back to going slow. So what it's doing is everything in a certain area around it. I don't remember what the distance is. There might even be a hotkey that'll actually show the hot tool tips. So there's two of these. And then what I did was I take most of them and put them in here if I don't need them. Now these two guys, I do need to do a thing for me. So what I want them to, because if you hit shift on them, it's going to show you a growth, a gain, and a strength. Now, the idea is to get that to 10, 10, 10. Now, I only did this on a couple of chickens. I think I did that on these guys and a couple other ones that are high use. I'm just basically going to make 16. I don't really need that much prismarine. Another thing that you need to pay attention to is at the bottom of some of these, you can see that there's a little black box with what looks to be like a little purple inside of it. That is a void upgrade. So I void upgraded a lot of these. I missed it on a couple. These are probably tapped out and they're back stuffed, which is okay. My computer can handle it. But on a server, it would cause a lot of lag. So what you want to do is you basically want to have everything flowing into a void. Okay, so this, let's see here. That's what I did with the chickens, is I bred a whole bunch of chickens to basically create almost an infinite resource amount. So I have like glowstone, lapis, clay, ender pearls. I probably should have made ender pearls into a compacting drawer. This is from the functional storage mod. So there's regular storage and then there's compacting ones. Compacting ones will basically give you the different kinds of things it can compact into. So for example, you can have nuggets, ingots, and then you can actually have blocks of some items. Whereas some other ones can go from, I guess there's more blocks? I don't know. You can also upgrade each one of these different storage units. A great example is this one's only at 512. We want to bump those numbers up. I'll explain this in a minute too. So easiest way to do that is hit at functional. And here's two void upgrades, right? And this is how you make a copper upgrade. So if you make a copper upgrade, you just hit it. All right, so it's not going to let me. Hit that. We want two. Boom. This has EMC. So if we wanted to make more of these and upgrade more things, we can. So let's see if we can go ahead and skip to another tier. Gold should take a copper upgrade with gold. So let's go ahead and grab 2 blocks of gold and upgrade that. So we're going to upgrade that to a gold, and because I know I like ender pearls, we're going to go ahead and grab some other things like a diamond upgrade. So this diamond upgrade, you just walk over here and you slap it on there. It's not really that difficult. Boom, and you can see it's now got a little diamond upgrade down here at the bottom left. So this guy right here now can exceed this storage, and you can see stuff starting to flow in. Just give him a second. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cheat. So he's outside the area of that. So I don't know which one that is, but they're definitely going for it. All right, so I put pumpkins out because melons. It's always good to have. Oh, I was making glistening melons because I went on an adventure. The goal of what I was trying to do was get to the transmutation table. So Project E is a very, very, very neat thing. It's part of the end game. I kind of jumped to the end game and I made the Philosopher's Stone. Word's hard. and I made the energy condenser. That's what I call the cheat machine. An energy condenser converts items into EMC and then into another item. So as long as you have an item and it has an EMC, so like let's look up, let's see here. For example, I could have grabbed that diamond upgrade, and because it has an EMC in the upper right hand corner right there, I could have put it inside of the energy condenser, put anything that had a higher EMC value in here, and it would have duplicated it. So as long as you have one item, you can make as many as you want. So what that enabled me to do was basically speed everything else up. Everything you can see, because all it took was me having these emerald chickens, because they just make so much. Because I can grab a stack, just one little stack, drop it in here, and look how much it just goes crazy. And this dark matter is ridiculous. So I'm kind of condensing the emeralds into this. So the more emeralds I get, the more I can condense into this, and then dark matter goes to red matter. And it kind of follows a thing. So it starts out with alchemical coal. Alchemical coal is made using the philosopher's stone and coal. After that, you move to the next one, which is Mobius fuel. Mobius fuel takes alchemical coal and a philosopher's stone. Then from the Mobius fuel, you go to Alternius fuel. Excuse my pronunciation. And you can see that that basically creates Alternius fuel. From there, you kind of jump over to dark matter. And dark matter is using a diamond block with the Alternius, this fuel. And then from there, from dark matter, you go to red matter. Red matter is dark matter with this fuel. And then if you want to, you can make a red matter block, which is for red matter. From there, you can then make dark matter equipment, which I didn't do. You can make red matter equipment, which I didn't do. You can make the Evertide amulet, which allows you to basically use EMC to create water. There's also one for lava that lets you basically place lava whenever you want. You can also make a black hole band or an iron band, which is relatively easy. Now I did make this. This is the Archangel of Smite. I think it's in one of my bags here. It is. And this guy right here is probably one of the funnest things ever. Which button was it? You can shoot arrows. One of these buttons. One of these buttons. I don't think I have. Oh, I don't have any redstone in my pockets. Give me. Oop. I grabbed redstone. So now I can right click and it's like a shotgun. Or I can left click and it's a single shot. And if I hit, I think N. Nope. M, N, N, G. It just starts firing. It does eat the EMCable items out of your inventory, but now I have basically a shotgun and a boatload of arrows just shot all over my base. Let's put that away. We don't need this out. That's why I had the fuel in there also. Okay, let's go throw our other stuff into our ME system, or what is this? Refined storage. Okay, so I don't remember what I showed last on camera, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple other little things. I also spent some time playing with trying to automate making this work, and it worked out pretty good. I can just come over here, grab a stack of lapis, come over here, throw it in the top. It automatically puts it into the imbuement chamber. The imbuement chamber then automatically places it in here using the down button item card that has this as a extract and the up as a pull only, or pull from up above, but it does not pull. It has it item locked, so then it only pulls the source gems. So anyway, when we do play with Ars Nuevo, I also created a mob farm using let's see here, a rotten egg. The way you get a rotten egg is you go feed a chicken raw experience, or you go feed him this feed. So you go basically go get one of your chickens that you've already grown, you give him the feed, which is made by using all this stuff, which is not very hard to make. And then for the XP bucket, I used the jumbo tank with a EXP drain. It looks like this. It's relatively easy to make. You use Eyes of Ender, iron bars, and this. When you stand on it, it drops all of your experience directly into that thing. Currently, I think I have everything voiding. Yeah. So this is an absorption hopper. You can actually set it to where you can't see it. It's actually in there. It will pull items and experience. So right now I'm just filling up an experience tank for the time being. And I have you can barely see it in there spinning around if you look really hard. It's a mob grinder. And this is from Mob Grinding Utils. And this is made with 2 iron swords, 3 diamonds, 1 block of redstone, 1 block of iron, and then another 2 blocks of iron with 3 more swords on each side. It spins around. It has multiple slots. So if we go to Mob Grinding Utils, you can see that you can create a fan that'll push things around. Fan upgrade, fan distance upgrade, mob masher upgrade for arthropods, for beheading, so if you just want to get the heads of things, upgrade for fire, and then the other upgrades for that. So there's all these different upgrades you can get. Same thing for dreadful dirt. It actually tells you this is how you do it. Let's see here. So yeah, you feed the chicken the feed, then you take the rotten egg, you throw it on the ground. Now instead of using fans, I'm using there's vector plates. So vector plates come from dark utilities. And the way that you build them is sugar, a slime ball, deep slate or cobblestone or whatever, and basically it creates vector plates. Vector plates move mobs around, so you can basically create a spot like right here, have one focus this way, one focus this way, the rest focus this way, and it'll basically push them against the mob grinder. And that's what's happening in there. Also, you definitely want to take into account that there is a Ender teleportation inhibitor. So that's why you can hear the Enderman getting hit by it. So if you're going to build this and you're going to build it 3 high, always put that in there. If not, you're going to have a base filled full of Endermen. You're going to overpopulate your server with just Endermen, and it's going to drive you bonkers. After I did this and created all of these things, and I created a relay, a potion jar, and then I created this, the Vitalic Source Link. And this is why I really created the mob farm. And it was so then this can actually absorb the source and then feed it into jars. You can see these are all 3 full. I have another one that's full over here, and so I can play with Ars Nuevo. So this is basically what is used in the enchanting apparatus and some of the other apparatuses and stuff to create items in Ars Nuevo. So that way we can play around with that. Because of the amount of items. So you get trumpets. Yeah, that's what I thought too. You get drums. You get not only drums, you get a maraca. Drums, maracas, you get, I don't even know what this is, a xylophone. Yeah. You get a little bit of redstone, which we can take. I don't need the Walden horns. Actually, I got a stack here. Some of these aren't even locked. I just kind of left them unlocked. You got potatoes, glowstone. You can just get all kinds of random stuff. You can get clay chests, which I think this is a clay loot chest. That just has clay inside of it. You get regular loot chests. I got a bunch of... you can see you can just get a lot of different things that you can use throughout your playthroughs. And they're going to stack over each other. And they're going to be everywhere. So after you kind of get a good smattering of this, you can make filters to trash cans. And trash cans are relatively cheap, especially after you already have an iron chicken and you have an EMC collection device. So once you have the Iron Chicken EMC collection device and redstone and some of the other basic stuff, you can create a whole bunch of different trash cans, and each trash can has a filter. So you can blacklist items, meaning they can't go in there, or you can whitelist items saying only these items can go in there. So if you want to say you only want to get Wild and Horns, this, you can say I want these items to be blacklisted, which means they will not go in your trash can. Now, if you wanted things to go in your trash can, on the other hand, you could actually say you want to whitelist like things from a mod. So from this mod, it is through instrumental mobs. You could actually say anything from instrumental mobs goes in here. But it's also not just that. Like you can see, there's just a whole bunch of different stuff. I got a good, decent amount of a little bit of everything from everybody, and I just kind of like void the rest. I don't really need it because most everything else they're going to drop, we already have like for free over here. Okay, so that covers that section. So the next section we're going to cover is, we're going to leave mechanism for last, and we're going to leave industrial foregoing for a second here. I needed an ender star, so I created a couple of things. I created a room that is free of using tinted glass. So if you look up tinted glass, where's the actual good tinted glass? There it is. Glass blocks designed to prevent light, tough enough to withstand withers. So this, I created this dark room that was made for just killing the wither. So it's literally just a box that's high enough and big enough for a wither to be killed inside of it. I went to the nether ring, all the way over here, and died. This is one of the reasons why I was kind of embarrassed too. And died. And died. And died. It was not nice. I died a lot. Also died over here when I was exploring this. So this is like a dungeon in itself. So I mined this way, and then I mined this way. We will go over here. I will show you how I did this, and it was very interesting. It took me a little bit longer than I had hoped. Very happy I did it off camera, but once I show you how I did it, you're going to be very impressed. I hope. I did need some pink slime from industrial foregoing. So, for me to create a wither killer, I think. Let's look up the slaughter factory. It's not the slaughter factory because that doesn't require it. What is it called? So this is the XP drain. I was using it to power this. I already took it down. So you step on it and it basically will drop all of your XP off. Oh, right here, Mob Crusher. So to create the Mob Crusher, because I created the Mob Slaughter Factory first by accident. You need an advanced machine frame through industrial foregoing. To get an advanced machine frame, you have to create a simple machine frame. To get in a simple machine frame, you need latex. So the way you get latex is not by falling in that hole. You come over here. Where's my wood chicken? Good job, wood chicken. You come over here and you create fluid extractors. So we're going to look up a fluid extractor so that you guys know what it is and how it works. A fluid extractor is relatively easy to make. It's a piston, iron ingot, cobblestone, light pressure plate, which is just 2 gold ingots, and a pitiful machine. And it's just wood, iron. Like you can see, all this stuff is made by the chickens. I don't have to do anything for that. So anyway, you make this, which is a fluid extractor. Now, it says power is optional. So you make a couple of them. These things are dreadfully slow. Excuse me. You put down a piece of wood. Now, if you watch the piece of wood, you can see that it slowly starts taking damage. It's got two little pieces of damage right now. Here in a little bit, it'll have a little bit more here in a minute. And you could create a block placer below this, and then feed it automatically. I didn't really care because you don't need that much. So then I created the basic mechanical pipes through mechanism. Which is just a steel ingot. And of course, once I got to steel ingots, I was again frustrated because of the fact to get a steel ingot, you have options, of course. You can smelt steel grit, which means you can throw, no, you can't do it that way. You can't do it that way. All right, let's go back to basic mechanical pipes. So you see what I'm saying? You have to kind of go through these. You can do that, redstone furnace and steel grit. So you kind of get to a point. Iron ingots in a blast furnace will give you slag and steel ingots, but it takes 1 minute each. That's taken forever. Energized smelter, steel grit, and here we go. That's where I got to the metallurgic infuser. Now, the metallurgic infuser has many different variations. So you have the first one, then you have a basic infusing factory, and if you watch the little middle bar, see how it's kind of just going across? This one's a little bit faster, this one's even faster, this one's even faster. And each one of these requires different things. So we're going to go back to our infusing factory. This one requires basic control circuits, which is redstone and osmium, which creates the basic control circuit. This is mechanism, by the way. This is where we're getting into mechanism. Because once we got to the point where we needed steel, I can put charcoal in here, or coal, an iron ingot, and it'll give me steel. So that's the first thing we did. But then we had to make this. So what we did is we made one of these, which is relatively easy. 1 osmium, 2 furnaces, 2 iron, or 4 iron, and 2 redstone. Once you create one of these guys, it kind of opens the door for you to be able to create all the rest. So I have like 2 of them going right now. And remember, everything I made kind of works off the next piece. It kind of ladders across. So this thing, you can see now it's already been kind of crushed a little bit. And what it does is it shoots the liquid latex up here into a tank. This tank in the latex processing unit will create tiny dry rubber. Or you can just have it as liquid latex. If you don't have any water in here, you'll actually store liquid latex and it won't create tiny rubber. If you take and put water in here, it will actually create the tiny rubber. Yeah. Words are hard. Alright, so if you remember right, we were working on the mob slaughter factory. Right? No, it was the mob crusher. So we needed latex. So now we have the latex. You just take a bucket, take it out, and you can put it inside of this, the dissolution chamber. Remember, right, I have a dissolution chamber here. So you can see it has a bucket in, bucket out. You can literally just slap it with a bucket. So you can slap it with a bucket of latex, bing, bang, boom, you have latex in here. Realistically, you only need about 1 bucket to be able to create the mob crusher's first part, which is the simple frame. You need plastic, which is made by using tiny dry rubber. You just grab those. You come over to your crafting terminal, and if you put them like this, it'll make a dry rubber. Now, if you take 3 rubber, let's hope I have enough to show you. Am I 1 short? I am 1 short. We shall. Does it have EMC? It does not have EMC, so I can't even cheat machine this. So, anyway, you take your dry rubber, you cook it. Where's my OP furnace? Here's my OP furnace. You cook it, and it'll make it into plastic. Okay? And the reason why we want that is in the mob crusher, you need 2 plastic. It's that easy. So as soon as you make the 2 plastic, that lets you, because you need 2 plastic for this one, and then once you make this, and then the netherite scrap is going to be the next thing I'm going to show you, where I went and grabbed that, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the next part. Then you make this, and then it makes the mob crusher. The mob crusher is extremely efficient. I'm talking like less than 2 seconds after something is placed inside of an area, it will literally go, like it'll be dead. So I just remove these 2 panes, set everything up in here, and this thing will do the work. And you can see I've got coal, I've got necrotic bones, and a common loot crate, and a couple stone swords from the last couple of withers I killed. I killed like 2 or 3. I might need to go get more. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's clean up my inventory a little bit. Keep that. Keep the configuration tool. Get rid of that. Okay, so we created our original metallurgic infuser, then we upgraded it to basic infusing factories, and we have 3. The reason was because you're going to have one that's going to be doing coal, one that's going to be doing redstone, one that's going to be doing, what is the other one? That mechanism. So each one of these is going to need a different requirement. So for your basic control circuit, you're going to need redstone and osmium. So for advanced circuits, you're going to need infused alloys, which is redstone and iron. So again, it's still redstone. So you're still processing using the same original item. Okay? That's redstone. Then you get to the diamond circuits. They're going to require diamond and infused alloy. And then you're going to get to the next tier, which is the ultimate control circuit, which is going to require enriched obsidian. So enriched obsidian is diamond plus obsidian dust. Obsidian dust you can get through throwing obsidian through the crushing wheels, which we did cover previously over here. And we do have some more obsidian. Just grab the obsidian, throw it on the top, and it'll pop out the bottom. That's probably already been done. So we're just going to throw that in our in here. We already have some, so you can see that I have 105. These do have EMC, so therefore, once you make it, it's done. Like, you can go EMC it. So that's about all the time I have for this episode. I was trying to catch you guys up on some more stuff. Next up, we'll cover this guy, my energy source, and we will cover my flux network and the exploration I did. So I'll be right